Excellencies, dear veterans, fellow citizens of Russia, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, very warm welcome to this solemn ceremony in Leusden, and thank you all for attending it. We all gathered today to pay the tribute to all those men and women, military and civilians, who liberated the world from Nazism, and to remember their sacrifices and the courage it took them to fulfill their duty and to defend future generations from the horrors of fascism. Today, we honor the memory of 865 men and women lying here at the Russisch Ereveld, who died abroad, defending their motherland. Among them are Russians, Belarusians, Ukrainians, Kazakhs, Uzbeks, Georgians, Azerbaijanis, Armenians, and many other nationalities, since the names of many buried still remain unknown. They fought shoulder to shoulder. They fell shoulder to shoulder to pave the way for peace and defeat of their common enemy. Even taken as prisoners, they never gave up. We will never forget their heroic deeds and their sacrifices. Today, we commemorate all nations who suffered in the war, the countless citizens of the Soviet Union who lost their lives combating the Nazism, or the Brown Plague, as they call it. We commemorate the 6 million Jews who were murdered in the Nazi concentration camps. We commemorate the servicemen of our Western allies, whose representatives are with us today. Let us remember all those who did not come back, their courage in battle, their endurance in the face of the merciless enemy. Let us bow to the memory of the men and the women who perished in the flame of World War II. Today we celebrate Victory Day. It is a feast with tears on the face. It is with great appreciation that I know that so many of you are present today. It is precisely 72 years ago that the Nazi Germany signed the Act of Military Surrender. I would like to remind you that we in Russia, we celebrate Victory Day on May the 9th due to the fact that the German instrument of surrender was signed late in the evening on May the 8th, when it was already May the 9th in Moscow. The capitulation of Nazi Germany heralded the end of the Great Patriotic War, the war in which more than 27 millions lost their lives, the war which left a deep wound in the Soviet national memory, not sparing a single family of the then our multinational motherland, the Soviet Union, that lost more people than any other country in any single war in human history. To conclude, I would like to thank you all for coming to pay the tribute to the fallen. Special thanks to our Dutch partners, the Ministry of Defense of the Netherlands, Mr. Remco Radian, the Secretary of the Foundation Russian Field of Honor, for his enthusiasm and devoted work, the management of the Rushold Cemetery, all individuals and volunteers who have helped organize this solemn ceremony, Mr. Rauf Guseinov for organizing the Immortal Regiment procession. I congratulate you all with the 72nd anniversary of the victory in World War II. We celebrate the glory and the courage of all the peoples and nations who defended their native soil and liberated the world from Nazism. Thank you for your attention.